in here. Alrighty. Ooh, that one didn't work right. There you go. That one's working now. And here we go. All right. Here we go. Yo. Good evening, everyone. This is James from Dividend Stock Talk, brought to you by the 10-Minute Trader, where I invest in dividend stocks for weekly cash flow, take you along for the ride for a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week. Now, you may have not noticed, or then maybe you have, I actually just got off the plane from Maine. I was up there, doing some guy stuff, chopping wood, going in the woods, doing weird stuff. Anyway, all that being said, I am back. I haven't even shaved or showered yet, so we're going to do this quick little thingy tonight, and then we will progress and see what's going on. All right. I don't have a pen, so we're not going to write anything down. We're just going to shoot from the hip and keep on rolling. So that being said, Nasir, how are you today? Guitar Man. Like the way you spelled that. Steve's, I have no idea what that means, Steve's. Teacher's pet. You're actually broadcasting that you were a teacher's pet. All righty. Why? Ask why. Use Arid Extra Dry. Remember that commercial? Greetings. Well, greetings to you too. So let's get started. We'll take a look at the positions I actually have in this particular account here, and we'll just go from there. This way, we'll be able to progress forward. You guys can ask questions, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's go take a look at what do I have up my sleeve on my old list. Looks like we ended up with CF, Consolidated Freight. Let's take a look at Consolidated Freight. I like that company. CF, Consolidated Freight. I don't need this. Alrighty, so Consolidated Freight. We started out a year ago. Check this out. The high of the year, 90.91. The bottom, and that was first week of October. Okay, the bottom was in July, the first week of July, 69.03. Well, last year it was at 80. Now it's at 85. Not a big difference. Aeon Shani, dividend stock. Uh-oh, I didn't get that question. Dividend stock is good for portfolio. Well, it depends on how you look at it. I do very nicely with mine. Hola, ¿qué pasa, amigo? ¿Cómo está? That's about it for my Spanish. It's muy piquito. All right. So certified freight. Here's the high, here's the low. Look at where it's going. She went sideways basically all year long. Okay, we were 79, 80. Wait. Like $80. Thanks. ¿Cómo está? ¿Está bien? ¿Y tú? A year ago, 80. Now we're 85. Not a lot has changed in the last year. However, let's take a look at the last 30 days to see if this thing is a contender for a possible Simone, how are you today? We'll take a look at Allie next. Okay, Simone, hold 1 second as we're looking at Consolidated Freight. Now, I'm going to look at the last 30 days only because the last 30 days gives me a good idea where it's going next. Yo bien, gracias. All right, 30 days ago, look where we were, 85. Dropped all the way down to the 30-day bottom on the end of October. 3 days later, there's our top. Well, what do you think is going to happen after a 30-day high? Well, there's usually going to be profit taking. And there was. Okay, bit of a profit taking. But now look where we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to the upside. We still have enough room to maybe do a play on this one. But let's take a quick look at it. We're going to take a look at Allie first, and then we'll take a look at Home Depot. Cassie, I had you on my list to call today, but I was at the airport, and I didn't want to be rude to everybody else around. It was a very small airport, and there's like no privacy there. But Cassie, we'll give you a buzz tomorrow. I missed this question over here. Come on. So if you guys were wondering what I was talking to Cassie about, it's like I always tell people, if you really want to talk to me, send me a phone number. Cassie does. I'm going to give her a buzz tomorrow. I missed that question over here. What is it? Is that Alvin Porky a megaloaf? I have no idea what that means. All right. Okay, let me go back to where we were. Alley and then Home Depot. All right, Simone, we're going to do Alley next, and then we'll do Home Depot. First, let's finish up with Consolidated Freight. Now, Consolidated Freight, as you can see, she drops, shoots up, drops again. Now she's going back to the upside. Usually we can get 1 or 2% out of that, and that's all I'm looking for, 1%. I want to jump in, get my money, say thank you, and then jump out. 1% a week, that's my goal. Just 1%. I'm not asking for much. 1%. Oh, I haven't had my tea in 4 days. So anyway, let's get back to where we were. So Consolidated Freight right now is at 85.76. So we'll look at the 86s. The 86s for next week, what? Uh-oh, wrong one. 22nd. 95 cents. So that's about 1.25%. Well, 1.25% is not bad for Consolidated Freight, but let's take a look at the seasonality chart, and that gives us a good idea. Where does this stock normally go this time of year? Does it make the cut, so to speak? I mean, is it something that we're going to look at or going to buy into? Seasonality, here we go. Just basically going to be flat for the rest of the year. I mean, just flat. Look at it. Just flat. Nothing interesting. But that's good for covered calls and spreads. Not good if you want to, if you're looking for capital appreciation, which if you're looking for capital appreciation, you are definitely in the wrong place. Okay, what I'm looking for is simple, safe, predictable, and consistent returns on my money. It means every single week. Like we humans are the only species on this planet that's got to pay to live here. So at some time when you retire, when you get too old to work, and they put you out to pasture, so to speak, you've got to decide where is your money going to come from. Okay? Now, as we get older, okay, we work, we put our 40 hours a week, we contribute to society, we take that money and then we put it into something that we hope is going to grow so that when we do reach that golden age, mine came a little early, okay, that you have enough money to live comfortably. And that's the whole premise of this strategy. Simple, safe, predictable, 1% per week. That allows me to live a comfortable lifestyle. Now, I'm not living at the Ritz. I'm a very simple man, okay? I don't have a lot of debt. So my bills are very, very small, but I have freedom to do whatever I want, and that's what I love. Because one thing you cannot put a price on is your time, because you can never get your time back. That phrase in that song, all the money won't another minute buy, Dust in the Wind, remember that song? All the money won't another minute buy. So my time is most precious. I don't want to sit in front of the computer. Okay, I get a very simple strategy. It takes less than 5 to 10 minutes a day. Okay, most people spend more time planning a family barbecue than they do with their personal finances. I say the same phrase over and over and over again because it's true. Okay, if you just spend more time on your personal finances, you too can get a nice rate of return. Don't believe what the powers that be tell you. Give your money to a money manager, you'll get a 4% draw. Well, 4% draw may work for you, but it doesn't work for me. I like 1% a week. That's 50% per year. So I need a smaller amount of money than those people that are getting 4% a year. But let's keep progressing. So I like Consolidated Freight. Let's do a quick trade, see what it looks like. We're going to get rid of this because we like it at the 88. No, wait a minute. 86. Yeah, the 86s. All right, so we're going to go here to covered stock to the 86s right here. Now the strategy is very simple. What we're going to do, or what I'm going to do, or what I do, is I buy the dividend stock. Now all the stocks that I buy are dividend stocks, and they all have increased their dividends to their shareholders for more than 2 decades. That's 20 years of consistent profits. It boggles my mind why people invest in companies that don't have consistent profitability, which is weird. But you know what? Maybe they're looking Well, for the next home run. I have no idea. I want simple, safe, predictable, all that kind of nice, neat, fun stuff. So look at what we're looking at. Now, we're looking at consolidated freights. I got to move this over just a tiny bit because we're missing part of that screen. I got to get out of that. Uh-oh. There we go. Now, do I get it all? Yep. I got it all now. All right. So, like I said, simple, safe, predictable, consistent is what I'm looking for. Okay? Because I rely on 1% a week in order to live comfortably, and it works very nicely for me. And I'm sharing with you guys because I think it's long overdue that people stop hiding the good stuff. If you can figure out how to get 50% per year simply, safely, and predictably, why not at least take a look? All right, now I'm only buying stocks that have consistently increased their dividends. That means they're consistently profitable. Consolidated Freight happens to be one of those. So at the current price right now, 88.13, I'm looking at this right here, the last trade, 85.74. So the closest strike price to this is going to be the 86. So it sounds something like this. By one covered call, CF100s, those are the weekly option stocks. Stock options. 22 November 24. That is next Friday, not tomorrow, next Friday, the 22nd of November. The $88, I'll get it, give me a second. $86 call strike against the stock, whatever we buy the stock at tomorrow morning. So we buy the stock tomorrow morning. We sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at 86, which is basically the exact same price I'm paying for it. Because in the morning, all these numbers are going to change. Okay, and the equation's going to stay the exact same. What did I buy it for? What am I selling the strike price for? What is my rate of return on my investment for the week? And I'm only doing it for a week. I don't want to jump into anything long term. My idea long term is 30 days. 30 days, 3 weeks. Wait a minute. 4 weeks. But you know what I mean. All right. My profit on this trade is $161. Because it tells you, remember why I say predictable and consistent? Well, before I even do this trade, I know exactly what I'm getting. It says it right here. The maximum profit on this particular trade is $161. Okay? The current price right now is $88.13, but my break even is $84.39. So anything over $84.39, this number right here, $84.39, is going to be a profit. So that looks good. Okay, we got the dividend coming up. We're bouncing off of a 30-day bottom. Okay, we still have a little bit of room before we hit that 30-day top. It's a well-known company, Consolidated Freight. CF, you see them going down the highway all the time. White tractor trailers with the green C and F going up the side of it. Yeah, Consolidated Freight. All right, so my maximum profit, $161. Let's get my calculator out here. And we'll find out exactly what kind of rate of return this is going to be for next week. 161. And then I'm going to divide it by what is it costing me to do this trade. So an all-cash account is going to be $84.39. $84.39. And that comes to a grand total of 1.9%. That's almost 2%. It's Consolidated Freight. It's in a great move at this moment in time. The seasonality is like flat, perfect for a covered call or a spread. Well, why else not do it? Okay, but you gotta like the company first. You gotta know what they do in order for you. Well, you don't have to, but it's kind of logical if you think about it. You're taking your hard-earned money and you're investing it. Okay, so why would you invest in a company that's not profitable or not consistently profitable? It just boggles my mind sometimes. But anyway, that almost 2%. 2% a week is over 100% rate of return for the year. That's doubling your money every year. And when we're talking about 5 to 10 minutes a day, that's it, 5 to 10 minutes. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. Simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. That's what we're looking for. So I'm going to emphasize the simple, safe, predictable, and consistent. They're all kind of valid, but, is what it is. All right, let's get out of that. Let's get out of this. Let's go to here. And let's swing way over to here. And Simone wanted to take a look at Allie. Ally. Here we go. Allie, the high of the year, 45.46. That was the end of July. The bottom of the year was a year ago, 26.39. So she goes from 26 to 46. That's like, what, a 90% increase in 8 months? That's awesome. All right, that being said, she dropped, retraced, dropped, big gap down. Look at this 90-day bottom right here, 31.87. But it has a nice climb. And this is going to be now, sorry kiddo, sorry Simone, this is going to be a no this week. Look at what it's doing lately. Last 30 days, here we go. 30 days ago, we were at 36. 3 days later, we have our bottom at 32.56. Okay, she went up, pulled back, went up, pulled back, went up, gapped up, okay, made a new high on Monday, okay, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all down days, filled the gap. See the gap right here? That got filled, but she's still coming on the downside. So I'd sit and I'd wait. I was saying I was going to write it down, but I can't write it down because I literally walked in the door like 5 minutes ago, okay, from the airport. I can't find my pen. It's in my suitcase somewhere, my backpack. I don't do suitcases. All right. All right, so sorry, Simone. Allie looks like we'll keep an eye on it for the next couple of weeks. This thing should come down another week or so before it's good to jump in. All right, next on the list, Home Depot. Now, we have an interesting play on Home Depot. The high was a couple of weeks ago at 421.84, and the bottom was a year ago at 299. That's a 50% increase in 1 year. Well, that's not that bad. She goes up, pulls back, goes up, pulls back. Now she's going to the upside again. 30 days ago, here we are. 30 days ago was the 30-day high at 421.56. Drop, retrace, drop, retrace, drop. Here's the bottom. Ta-da! Here we go. 11.6. What's that, the 6th of November? That's the bottom, 381.72. She goes up and finds a little bit of a high on Tuesday, pull back on Wednesday, and today. Now, I already have some Home Depot, okay? But let's check out the seasonality. What does it normally do this time of year? This time of year, she basically goes nicely to the upside, very slow. You know, not a huge, look at it, see, not a huge upturn, but very slow, very slight. It's great for calendar spreads, other spreads, and covered calls where the stock doesn't move a lot. Well, we can get in, get out, and get our money. I mean, it's actually that easy. All right, back here. Okay, back to this, back to that. Slide back over here. All right, let's take on some more questions. 69 more questions. Holy cow. Uh-oh. Oh, Solana, Dogecoin, huh? Yeah, sorry, don't do that. The Bruners are in the house. Wait a minute, I see one. Where's the other one? What's the stock this week? What's that? T-Dog, what's happening? All right, Benny. Andrea, MU, please. All right, let's do MU. MU, Micron. At Micron Technologies. MU. All righty, MU had a high back in, eyes aren't focusing, 157.15. That was back in June. The bottom of the year, 71.59, was in the second week of February. All right, well, a year ago, we're at 76.19. Well, now we're at 99. A little bit of an upturn. See, she goes up, pulls back, up, pulls back. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. Look at the last 30 days. What are we looking for? Right there. Yeah, look at this, kiddo. That don't look good. 105, 30 days ago. Jumps up to 114. Drops down here to 99. Shoots back up to 114.10, a little bit over 114. And then drops, makes a new bottom today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days to the downside. This is going to be a good one to keep our eye on tomorrow, the next day, and the next day. Because once we find that bottom, it should be coming any day now, because here's your previous 30-day bottom. Before that, it was here. Okay, could it go lower? Yeah, it could, but we'll wait and see. Alrighty. User 001198. Oh, you're back again. I can tell by the number. Keila. Kelia? What the heck is Kelia? It's going to be a no. I've never heard of it. Monthly. Nope. CL. Ooh, I like CL. Colgate Palmolive. Okay. High at 109. That was the beginning of September. The low was a year ago, 74. So from 74 to 110, it's like 36. That's 50% increase. Not bad. 50% increase for 10 months, and then she drops. Where are we at the moment? Check that out. 30 days ago, we opened up at 100. The very next day, we're at 102.61. Drops 3 weeks later. Here's the bottom on the 6th. Okay, and that was 90.04. All right. She goes up, pulls back. Yeah, we have a new bottom at the moment. Not a 30-day bottom, but still. Okay, you see this one where we have the 30-day bottom here, 2 days to the upside. The very next day, I normally would jump in. But as you can see, the very next day, the 11th, actually opened up lower than she closed the day before, which means that's going to be a no. So now we have to wait for a new bottom, which is today. Possibly. Then we wait 2 days to the upside. On the third day, if she's up one more time, that's when we jump in on the third day. Well, that's when I jump in. You all got to figure out where your 30-day is. How can that be low battery? Can I just put that in there? I don't know. If it shuts off, it shuts off. Nothing I can do about that. Okay, so let's keep on looking at some more. Andrew, is the crash coming? I don't think so. Shannon, how do you trade day by day or week by week? I trade week by week. Phillips, not yet. Coke stock has gone down 5%. Is it good to sell now? Pat, I'm not a... Oh, Shannon, pump and dump? Yeah, I don't believe in that. Sorry. I do dividend stocks that have 20 years of consistent profits. These companies have been around for 50, some of them even 100 years. There's no pumping and dumping on a company that's 100 years old. That's for the new stuff, and I don't do that. Where was I? Oh, Coca-Cola. Somebody thinks Coca-Cola might be good. I don't really think I ever bought Coca-Cola. Not that it's not a good company. It's a great company, but the dividends are great, but the premiums you collect right here, look, it's 62.60. I'd be looking at the 63s. The 63s are going for 44 cents. That's 0.75%. Okay, now granted, it has been paying dividends for over 50 years. Okay, they have been in business for over 140 years. But the numbers just don't work for me. And I don't think, I may have bought Coke once or twice. I'm not 100% sure. But, sorry, look at the downturn it has at the moment. You're going to keep watching this until it finds the bottom, turns around, and goes back up. That's the best time to buy. Because most of the time, you're going to make most of your money buying at the low and selling high. Well, she's currently at the low, but you don't know if it's the bottom yet. Okay? Because it could go down a little bit more. Now, for me, once it hits that bottom, 2 days to the upside, I look at the third day of jumping in. Because, that's just my personal preference. I like that number. 2 days the upside, third day, if it's up, jump in. That's me. You guys got to figure out what you guys want to do yourselves, because I don't tell people what to do. I just show you guys what I do. All right. That was Coke. Coke is usually a no. Let's keep on going. Wiley, average down. Not now. I don't want to verify my Apple address right now. Johnny Harris. So you make money 3 different ways: the premium, the dividend, and the stock price increase. That, Johnny, I call a triple play. Granted, it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen once in a while. I remember one girl It was her very first trade. Her very first trade she's ever done. She got a triple play. I said, cool for you. All right, Carter, you want to look at PSEC. I thought PSEC was a no. PSEC. Yeah, I'm sorry, Carter. PSEC is a no. And the reason why I say no to PSEC, this right here is the option chain. And the option chain here is telling me that this only has monthly options. Now, what does that mean? That means I can only do a stock option once per month. And that's 12 times per year. And you average usually 1 to 3% on average for each option. Okay, this one right now, 430. Be looking at the 4s, 39. Yeah, and you're not even making any money off of this. Look at the stock price right now, 439. If I bought it at 439, sold somebody the rights to buy it from me at 5, well, there's no money at 5. All right, well, what's the 4? Well, the 4 is going for between 30 cents and 50 cents per share. That's just about 1%. And that's for the month, not for the week. So this one's paying 1% per month. Great. Well, you're going to get 12% per year. If you're okay with 12% per year, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I never tell people what they should or shouldn't do. I just tell what I do. Me, personally, I wouldn't do it because I don't like monthlies. The numbers just don't work. And there are too many weekly optionable stocks that work so much better. So, sorry, I don't like this one. What should I buy now? A toothbrush. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't give people advice. Should I sell Doge next time it hits 42? Grim Legend, I don't do cryptocurrency. I honestly couldn't tell you. How to trade options in 30 seconds, please. When did I ever say 30 seconds? Let's find a good stock. Dell. I like Dell. Okay. D-E-L-L. All right. You ready? Who said that one? Not Rude Dude. Ozcart? Ozcart, you ready? Let's see if I can do this. I don't have a stopwatch. Nobody have a stopwatch? All right. Well, let's see how quickly I can do this. Dell currently 134.65. The high of the year 179. The low 67.51. She goes up, pulls back, up again. Now we're sitting at. I hate when that happens. Oh, come on. And I can't do it in 30 seconds when this thing does it to me. All right, so currently we have a 30-day bottom at 118.09. The top is 141.49. Great. What does it normally do this time of year? Ooh. Looks as if she's going to go sideways for the most part. Okay, I like sideways for calendar spreads and dividend stocks and whatever. All right, so let's do a quick trade. Here we go. Covered call. The 135s. There we go. Let's get rid of this. Let's do just one contract at the market to open. Here's the trade by one covered call. Dell 100s. Those are the weeklies. 22 November 24. That is next Friday. The 135 call against the stock DELL to open. Maximum profit is going to be 349. 349 is the profit. 349, and the investment is going to be 13,106. That is a 2.66 trade. Gotta love it. And then I hit the send button like that. 30 seconds. Well, not really 30 seconds. I had a little bit of issue in the chart. But that's basically how I do it. I'm looking for, very first thing, once you find the stocks that you like, what I like, dividend kings, dividend aristocrats, dividend champions, dividend contenders, and then, of course, I like to throw in Warren Buffett's list only because I respect him as a trader, investor, whatever you want to call him. Now, I take them and I put them into the calendar. The calendar tells me when the company is going to pay their dividend. That's why I need that dividend. The reason being is the dividend is a portion of the profits that the company gives you. Okay, so there's two different types of companies. One, take all the profits, puts it back into the company for capital growth. If you're here for capital growth, you're in the wrong place. That's not what I do here. Okay, you'd be saving both of us a little bit of time, and time is very precious. So if you're looking for capital growth, you're in the wrong place. Second set of companies are those that take some of the profits and gives it back to the shareholders. That's you and me. When we buy stocks, we become shareholders. And if the company pays dividends, well, those are the only ones I invest in, then I am entitled to a portion of the company's profits. And if the company is consistently profitable, well, the dividends will consistently go up. Paul Avery, how are you? So if the dividends consistently go up for at least 2 decades, well, it's on my list. Now, out of the 9,734 stocks in the stock market, we actually checked the other day. 9,734 different companies that I can invest in at any moment. Out of all of those, only about 300 companies have actually had dividend increases for more than 2 decades and have weekly options. That's my only 2 criteria. That's it. A company that's consistently profitable, because that only makes sense if you think about it. Why would you put your money into a company that's not profitable? It just doesn't make any sense. Seriously, it doesn't. All right. Second, weekly options. I want weekly cash flow. I want to get paid every single week. Okay, I grew up in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I know what it's like to punch in at 8 o'clock in the morning, punch out at 5 o'clock at night. That's the same thing in the stock market. It opens up at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, okay, 9 a.m., and it's, no, 9:30. 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's like a regular work day. But not for me. I'm only on for 5 or 10 minutes. I take my trades first thing in the morning. On a Monday, it's when I do most of my buying. And I also sell the options at the exact same time, as soon as the market opens. Friday, let's call it cleanup. Okay? Now, excuse me. Now, considering all options expire on Saturday, well, Friday at 3:49 p.m. is the last minute you have to make any trades. If you don't, those options expire, either in the money, out of the money, but 80% of all options expire worthless. So with that being said, why would I want to buy options? If only 20% of the options are profitable, why would I buy them? I want the odds and probabilities in my favor, so I'm going to sell options and have 80% chance of winning on my side. Okay, to be on the right side. All right, anyway. Once you have all your dividend stocks in a calendar, now the reason why I use a calendar, because it tells me what stocks are up for consideration this week. We are currently in the 14th right here. These are all the companies that had a dividend date this week, which means they're paying a dividend. Just because they expire worthless doesn't mean you can sell them back and make money, but still love what you do. Okay, Antonio, okay, I appreciate that. All I'm looking to do is just make a safe, predictable, consistent 1% per week, and I sell options to do that. As the time decays, the value of the option decreases. Now, if we're only buying the stock as it's bouncing off of a bottom and headed up, well, at least we have a good idea where the direction's going. Because I've also found with all my years of trading, before the dividend is paid out, the stock has a tendency to go up in value. So you see all these little green dots? Each one of those belongs to a company. And if each one of those companies goes up in value just before the dividend is paid, well, we know that information ahead of time. So if I like Microsoft, it's paying its dividend on the 21st. Okay? It's paying dividend on the 21st. If I want to collect a dividend, I have to buy it before the 21st. Okay, the 20th, the 13th, the 6th, the 4th, the 5th, the 29th, the 1st, whatever. Before the EX date. Okay, the EX date is the last day the stock trades before the dividend is paid out. Now, if the stock is going to increase just before this date, Well, I like to jump in 2 weeks ahead of time. Well, this is 1 week. This is 2 weeks. But I want to do it on a Monday. So if I'm going to be looking at Microsoft on the 21st, I'm going to be looking at it on Monday, the 4th. It's going to give it 2 weeks for it to make its move. Great. Well, I buy it at the market price at the open on a Monday, and then I turn around and I sell the options against it at the exact same price I paid for it. What am I collecting? The only thing I'm collecting is the premium. Okay, so Dell, let's get out of here. So Dell at this moment in time is 134.65. The closest strike price to 130.65 is the 135. And the 135 is going for $3.30. Well, that's more than 2%. Okay, if you can get 2% every single week, that's over 100% per year. But the big question, there's a couple of big questions that always show up. Okay, question number one. I gotta switch cords around because this one is not charging. That should do it. Hypothetically, it should do it. I forgot what I was talking about. Shit. Oh, okay. 134.65. The closest one is going to be 135. So what does that mean? Well, that means I'm buying it at 134.65. I own it at that price. That price will never change. Now, if I'm selling somebody the rights to buy it from me at 135, well, they're going to pay me $3.30 per share. Well, that's a nice premium. We're going to take a look at it in a second. But here's the thing. If the stock is above 135 come next Friday, that gives it 6 days to go up. Well, here's the 30-day high here. It pulled back 3 days. Could it go down and go back up again before then? Maybe it could. Maybe it won't. Now, I wouldn't buy it now because it's coming off the bottom. But I'm just showing you how it works. Okay, so if I buy it here, I sell here, I collect this. And if she's over 134, I collect the difference. Sorry, 135. I collect the difference between the 134.65 and the 135, which is an additional 35 cents. So you get 35 cents there, and you get $3.30 there. That's $3.65 on a $30 stock. That's a nice rate of return, and it's only for the week. And if it works, great. We're back into all cash, and we get to do something else next week. If not, I'll just take Dell into the next week and try it all over again. And I will keep doing it over and over and over again and continuously collecting a premium every single week until it hits my target. But here's the thing. I would never buy it if I didn't want to own it, regardless what happens. Okay, if I bought it and she dropped down 50%, am I still going to hold on to it? Do I still believe in it that much? Because sometimes that happens. Okay, I remember last year I bought Target at 135 and then she dropped down to 102 and I'm still holding on to it with a huge loss hanging over my head. I finally got out broke even, but it is what it is. Nobody ever plans for those things. Sometimes they just happen. All right. Mark wants to take a look at General Motors. Just one of my fallback companies. I love the way it always goes. Yeah, it's going to be a no, dude. Sorry. Only because it's at the high of the year. Okay, I don't buy at the high of the year. This thing's usually in the 30s. It was in the 30s for quite a while. Now it's jumping up in the 50s and going close to the 60s. All right, next on the list. Hey, rude dude. DuPont. Really? DuPont. Interesting. First thing I always want to see anytime I look at any stock, very first thing is where's the high, where's the low, where is it, what's the direction? Up, down, up, down, up. That's the direction at this moment in time. And that's the 1 year chart. Okay, it gives me a big overview. Okay, if it looks good here, now I'm going to go take a look at the numbers and see, is it worth my trading? And for me, it's got to be at least 1% for the week. Okay, see, I don't like it when the market maker does this. The last traded price was 83.08. So usually it's going to be right around that area, 83. But no, look what he did. $80 and then 86, almost $87. That's a $7 spread. That never happens. Okay, you usually get a 1 to 3 or 4 cent spread on the stock, especially one that trades a couple of million shares a day. All right, that being said, the 83s are going for 105, well over 1%. It's actually that simple. See, the high was 90.06, and that was the end of September. The bottom of the year was the end of January, now 61.21. Well, last year it was at 69.80. Now we're at 83.08. She went up, she went down. She went up, she pulled back, she went up, she pulled back again. Now what is it going to do? Well, hypothetically speaking, it is 2 days to the upside from the new bottom. Well, let's take a closer look. 30 days ago, we opened up at 86.93. Look at that drop from down here, all the way down, gaps up, keeps on going, makes a new high, and now it drops down here. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which is yesterday and today, 2 days to the upside. So here's your bottom, 1 day to the upside, 2 days to the upside. You have a higher high and a higher low. And it's just nice going to the upside. Now, that works, but what does a stock normally do this time of year? Well, this time of year, normally, as you can clearly see, I don't know how clearly, but just go sideways for a little bit. In the very last 2 weeks of the year, she jumps up a little bit. Flat, jumps up a little bit at the end of the year. Not quite there yet. But I'm not quite sure, if you're okay with that. But definitely looks good. All right, Anthony wants to take a look at Estee Lauder, good versus SPY. Okay, Anthony, I don't do the spiders. Okay, if you seriously, dude, if you take a time, go into historical performance with the S&P, okay, SPY, okay? Take a look at the numbers. How consistent are they with their dividend increases? Absolutely horrible. Look at the yield that you're having so far this year. Was it 0.6%? That's a little bit over 0.5% for the year. Now, I'll take a look at Estee Lauder because I actually have some of that. I like the premiums on Estee Lauder. As you continue to do this, you'll see that some companies have really good premiums and some of them are less than desirable. Estee Lauder, the high was 159. We had a double high once at the beginning of February and once in the middle of March. A year ago, we're at 119. Shoots up to the high in April and March. Now look at the bottom. The bottom was just recently. Okay, 30 days ago was the 30-day high. Okay, she went down, went sideways, big drop. Okay, went down, up, down. Now, 3 days ago, Tuesday, is the 30-day bottom. So yesterday and today, 2 days the upside. So if tomorrow Estee Lauder opens up higher than it closed today, that would be my indication to jump in. And it doesn't take long. Was it the first 5-10 minutes of the day before we figure that one out? How many positions do you generally hold at one time? Usually between 4 and 6 per account. Vertec, my thoughts on buying Rivian right now? No. Okay, they have not been in business for over 20 years. Okay, they do not have 20 years of increased dividends. They're basically a no. Thinking of putting $4,000 into Tesla and letting it sit long term. Should I do it? Dude, I honestly know nothing about you. I have no clue what your goals are. I have no idea where that $4,000 came from. Is it needed? Is it not needed? Is that money you're just going to flush down the toilet anyway? I have no idea. Okay? And I don't really like Tesla. Not that I don't like Tesla. It's just they don't share any of the profits. They take all the money, put it back into the company for capital appreciation. And if you're looking for capital appreciation, you're definitely on the wrong place. That's not what I'm doing. I'm looking for cash flow only. So I can't help you out with that question, dude. Sorry. Okay. Do I need to approve to trade margin, or I don't even know what Or can I just be basic Schwab account? Neo, how are you today? Yes, you do. If you want to trade on a margin, you do have to be approved for it. But I really suggest you don't do margin until you understand the risks involved, because you're borrowing money from someone else to trade in the stock market. Unless you're really good at what you're doing, it's very risky. I'm not telling you no. I'm just telling you that think about the risks involved. Okay, user 0011987, not 19, sorry, whatever. Cigna, isn't that CIG? CIG? Nope, it's not CIG. Uh-oh. What is Cigna? CL, or is that CI? Interesting. CI. Okay. CI is Cigna. Didn't know that one. 323. And imagine that. Right here. Okay. Yep. Sorry, I got a little distracted there for a minute. CI. Cigna. All right, let's give it a minute. Let's see how well they pay out their dividends. Now, for those of you that are new here, the screen right here is live on YouTube. It might be challenging to see right now because it looks very bright. But if you're watching on your TV or your laptop, you'll be able to see it a little easier. All right, Cigna, historical data. Dividends only. Come on, let's see them. Dividends only, and let's see all the dividends. How far back do we go? Oh, this is going to be a definite no. Sorry. Going back into the 80s. 7 cents, 8 for a long time. Holy cow. Then 9, then 10, 11, then 1, then 4, then 1, then 12. Yeah. I'm not 100% happy with this idea, but I'll go through the numbers anyway just for you to see. It's not something that I would do. All right, a year ago, we were at 292. The bottom of the year was the beginning of December, 254. 254. Looks like we have a double high. Nope. Okay, we have a high in the middle of September, and that was 370.83. She pulls back, retrace, drops, retrace. Here's our 30-day bottom on the 1st of November. 1st of November is our 30-day bottom. Okay, 30-day top was about 30 days ago. She went down, up, big gapped up, and the gap filled, and 3 days to the downside, 1, 2, 3. So it looks as if it might be a good idea to just hold off a couple of days until it finds the bottom. 339, 340 is going to be the bottom. They don't have a 340. 323, damn it, I hate it when they do that. 324, 323.50, 325. Oh, that's still making 1%, 325s. Because that's what it should be. Because your last trade was 323.88. The closest one should be 325, and that's going for $4. It's well over 1%. Okay. Okay, we just looked at Cigna. That works for me. Powell didn't say much. What's for tomorrow? Gino, how you doing? Drive wants to take a look at Pfizer PFE. PFE. All right. Well, Pfizer doesn't look very good, only because look at where it is. Okay, we're here. She drops back up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, we're looking for the bottom here. Let's zoom into that and see what it looks like. Okay, today is the bottom. Okay, which means we're going to have to wait to find two to the upside. Is this Michael Burry? I have no idea who Michael Burry is. It's not the first time I've heard that. ET, Energy Transfer. I'm going to say no to Energy Transfer right off the top without even looking at the chart, and just peeking at the numbers real quick. Look at right here. When you go one strike out of the money, you're getting 3 cents on a 17. That's not even, no. And then underneath that, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Yep, no. Okay, no matter what you do, if you're wrong, you're going to get nothing. Okay, there's too many other companies that have a better option values than this one. But that's just my opinion. And it's coming off of a high. Here's the high of the year. Now it's coming down. Not something I want to play with. mRNA, please. Whatever. Ish. mRNA. Dude, this thing just keeps on dropping. We've been looking at this for the past couple of weeks. And look, just down. No 2 days to the upside with a follow-up. Okay, it just keeps on going down. Paul, Mike Burry called the housing collapse in 2008. Oh, the movie Big Short. Yeah, I saw that movie. It was pretty good. Kelly Services, I need to know what the ticker symbol is. Wow, my eyes are getting heavy. My eyes are heavy, my sights were dim. I had to stop for the night. How do you know that ahead of time? Uh-oh. Token meme. Trying to figure out where he said that. Oh, Coney. Ugh. Wow, I missed all these questions? Holy shit. Okay, here we are, right here. I caught up. All right, a user 0011978, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Kelly Services, you actually got to give me the ticker symbol. Now, I've never traded Kelly Services before, so more than likely it's going to be a no. What kind of a trader are you? A profitable one? I don't know. That sounds like a good name to me. Welcome home, Nick No Name. Yeah, I can't wait to jump in the shower. Neo, Lalo Cambas. Neo, N-I-O. Interesting. Now, didn't we look at Neo yesterday? And wasn't it a no yesterday because the dividends weren't very good? N-I-O. Or did they even have dividends? No dividends, no thank you. Sorry, I don't know who came up with Neo. Lalo? Yeah, no, sorry. Omada Capital, how are you today? Franco Nevada is undervalued right now. Sorry, I've never heard of them. Okay? Now, if it was a company that has 20 years or more of increased dividends and weekly options, 99.9% of the chance that I would know who they are. That one, I have no idea who that one is. Okay? And I need a ticker symbol because never heard of them. Johnny Harris. PEG, P-E-G. Johnny, how are you doing today? Take a look at some PEG. I'm going to disappoint you, dude, and say no. Okay, I don't like monthly optionable stocks. The numbers just don't work. Sorry, Johnny. Natalia, is Neo good? No, not for me it ain't. MDT. Okay, now, Medtronics. Medtronics is on my list. I like that one. Okay. Probably Molly. It's crashing. I don't know which one she's talking about. But okay. All right. Last year, we were at the bottom, 72.13. She jumps up, falls down, jumps up, comes back down again. Here's, oops. I hate doing that. MDT. Okay, last 30 days. Check this out. Okay, this is a definitely not now for MDT. 30 days ago, we're at 90. Jump up to 92.50, drop all the way down to 86. 86 is the bottom at this moment in time. We're looking for the bottom. I like it when it hits the bottom, turns around, and goes back up again. Because stocks go up, then they go down, and then they go up, and then they go down, blah, 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 blah. That's all they do. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, you know? So I would wait until you find the bottom of that one. What about United Airlines? Carly 5, UAL. Nope. Now, the only reason why I'm saying no to United Airlines is take a look at this. Look at that run up. 35 to 92. That's almost 3x. That's almost a 200% increase. So Dell makes sense for a covered call, but not simply buy at current price. No, I didn't say that at all. I said I was showing you the numbers, showing you how it worked. Not that, I did say, not that I would buy it at this moment. The DELL. Okay, 30-day bottom here, 30-day top here. It's pulling back to the downside. Yeah, at 134, we'll be looking at the 135. That's $3.30. There's a reason why it's $3.30. Okay, because she's coming down at this moment. Now, I was just showing the exercise how you actually do it. I did not say that I like Dell and I was going to buy Dell. Did not say that. Back to United Airlines. UAL. Did we decide no? Yeah, we decided no. Okay, that has profit taken written all over it. Look at all this space. Yeah, no thank you. I don't want to go to that dance party. All right, encourage more viewers to share. Blah, 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 blah. What was that math you just did on your option decision? Oh, what is that? The DMC 89. All right. Let's look at this one right here. Okay, the option decision. Okay. Currently, the stock is at $91.18. It means the closest strike price is going to be 91. Okay, what is 1% of $91? It's 91 cents. Okay, 91 cents multiplied by 100 is $91. So 1% of $91 is 91 cents. So the 91 is going for $2.74. 91 and 91, that's 2%. That's 100, that's 182. That's almost 3%. Sorry, let's find out exactly. All right, so we got our calculator. The premium on the 91s are $2.74. Okay. $2.74 is what's on the table. However, if I buy it at $191.18 and I sell it at 91, I'm losing 18 cents. So I need to take 18 cents out of this 274. Okay, so subtract 18 cents. This is what I'm walking away with. $2.56 per share. So if I have 100 shares, that's $256. Okay, cool. Now, let's see exactly what it's going to cost. Okay, if it costs $91.18, I divide this by 91, and it comes to 2.8%. So if I do this one trade here, United Airlines, at the current price, $91.18, and I sell somebody the rights to buy it from me at exactly the same price I just paid for it, the 91, I'm going to collect a premium of $2.74. Once I deduct the 18 cents out of it, I'm going to walk away with 2.8% for 1 week. Now, 2.8% for 1 week, you multiply that by 52, because there's 52 weeks in a year. Now, it should come to somewhere around 146% per year. That's not bad, but how often do you think you're going to get 3%? Well, I don't get 3% all the time. I get that maybe once or twice a month. But for the most part, I make more than 1% every single week on average. Okay, there are some weeks I didn't make 1%, and there's some weeks I made more than 1%, which offset. So I'm way ahead of the curve with making my 1% goal on a weekly basis. That being said, I hope you understood the math that way. Tim Williams, what do you think about Coney stock for dividends? I think it's a horrible choice, Tim. I think if you're going to think of buying Coney, someone's either trying to sell you on that dog, or you actually work there, or you know someone that works there and are swayed that way. Number one, I don't like Coney because it's a monthly optionable stock. That's number one. Number two, let's take a look at the dividend performance for Coney. Now, a lot of people will look at a stock and say, "Oh, I like that," because they pay monthly dividends. Okay, I think Coney does. Okay, Coney. All right. So Coney does have dividends, but let's take a look. And they have monthly dividends. Look. Okay, November 14, 24, October 24, September 24, August, blah, blah, blah. So it pays a dividend every single month. But look at this. Their first dividend was October 2023. This company is not even 2 years old yet. Okay, but hold on. It gets worse. Really does. So if a dividend is a portion of the company's profits that they pass along to the shareholders, why is this one not consistently profitable? Why is it goes from 121 to 108, that's going down. Okay, from 108 to 246, that's going up. To 269, that's going up. Then it goes back down to 108. That's more than a 60% drop. Okay, it's good when you're going up. You're going, what, 2 steps forward, 1 step back? Or 3 steps forward, 2 steps back? Okay, the way the numbers are going, it just doesn't thrill me at all. Okay, so they're not consistently profitable month over month over month. So that's going to be a no right there. And their monthlies, that's going to be another no. And they've only been in business for 2 years. That's another no. That's a triple decker. No, no, no. You ask my opinion of Coney, that's my opinion. I like companies that are consistently profitable. These numbers should go up. Not up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. No, no, no. They're not a stock. Those are profits. Profits should continuously increase. If they don't continuously increase, you're looking at the wrong company. Okay? You want to look at something that has consistent increasing dividends. This is not consistent. And the company's only 2 years old. No, no, no. Let's progress forward. What was the math? We did the math. So what are the companies that meet your criteria? Austin City Limits. Are you ready? You got a piece of paper? Piece of paper, pencil, crayon, marker, mascara, lipstick, whatever floats your boat. You ready? Dividend Kings list. Dividend Aristocrats list. Dividend Contenders list. Dividend Champions list. Warren Buffett's list. That's 5 lists I just gave you right there. Dividend Kings, 50 years. 5 decades, 50 years of increased dividends. Dividend Champions and the Dividend Aristocrats, both 25 years of increased dividends. The Aristocrats have different rules than the Champions. The Champions just 25 years. The Aristocrats, they're a little bit more snobbish. You can tell by the name. Aristocrats, yeah, they're a little snobbish. The Dividend Contenders, 10 years to 24 years of increased dividends. Then, of course, you got Warren Buffett's list. Those 5 lists right there will give you more than 300 companies that are consistently profitable for more than 2 decades and have weekly options. Are you going to eat a spoonful of vinegar? Oh, hell no. I took that and I just started yakking and yakking and yakking. Oh, it was horrible. I'm a little unhappy with Mr. Ivan. And then someone else comes in and says, "You're supposed to mix it with water." How the hell am I supposed to know? Anyway, didn't work out very well. Token meme. Token meme. Now, I can assume. How do you know that ahead of time if it's going to go up? Token meme. I don't know anything. Okay, but let's take a gander. You know, just for the fun of it. We'll even look at Coney. Okay? So, how can I tell? You ready? Pay close attention. We started out at 23. And look, it went up. And then it hit 26. What happened? It went down. Uh-oh. And then it went up. And uh-oh, it went down. Then it went up, then it went down, it went up, it went down, it went up, it went down. That's all stocks do. They go up and they go down. But when do they go up and when do they go down? Okay. Well, if you zoom in a little bit closer, it gets a little bit more predictable. Okay, when you're at a 30-day high, right here, more than likely there's going to be what is called profit taking. Because there's an old saying, it ain't a profit until you take it. And nobody ever went broke taking profits. So if the stock goes up, people start taking profits, that causes the stock to drop. And then as it drops, it gets to a certain point where people like myself saying, wait a minute, I just made a nice little profit off this. This thing just dropped down. Now it's a buy again. So you buy it again, turns around, goes back up again. I like 2 days to the upside before I jump in. So here's the bottom, 1, 2 days to the upside. That's when I would jump in, then it goes up. It doesn't go up far, but what am I looking for? I'm looking for 1%. That's it. 1% is easy. Okay? When to jump in, when to grab the 1%, that's the challenge, because I do all my buying on a Monday. So how often out of those 300 companies do I get 2 or 3 that look just perfect on a Monday? So these are covered calls. Yep. Why do I think Polkadot will pop? What do you think? I never even heard of them. Oh, yeah. You collect a premium until there's volatility and you lose 50 times your principal. Holy shit. Connor, I never thought of that. I've been doing this for 15 years and that's not happened to me once. Sorry, I joined in late. But Connor, you got any more comments? Or did you just take off? Tesla. Sorry, Ariel. Aria? Yeah, Tesla's going to be a no. They don't share their dividends. I mean, they don't share their profits through dividends. So that is more of a capital appreciation company. Yeah, I don't do that one. What stock can I buy right now and trade it tomorrow? Juicy Ripple 24. I couldn't tell you. I know nothing about you, so I can't tell you anything. What is a good amount to invest if you are on a budget? Ooh, Sean, that's a great question. Now, Sean, no matter how you look at it, and this is tough for people that are on budgets. It really is. Okay? No matter how you look at it, eventually at some point in your life, you are going to need to retire. Okay? You may not need to retire. They may force you to retire, one or the other. But that day is going to come. Now, all the money you put aside and invest, the sooner you invest, the faster you will reach your goal. And you don't know what your goal is yet. Most people don't. I think like 95% of the people I talk to, maybe even 97 to 98, have no clue how much money they need in order to retire. So whatever you have, do whatever you can. Now, Sean, one thing I'm going to share with you that most people won't. Okay? I want to show you something. This might enlighten you a little bit. Now, this is what's called a weekly compound interest calculator. Now, I created this because it didn't exist and I wanted to know certain things. So let's say hypothetically, my initial deposit or my starting point's $1,000, all right? So if I'm starting out with just $1,000 and then I contribute $10 a week, because $10 a week is not a lot. Okay, so if you're on a budget, $10 a week, maybe, maybe not, I don't know. But the thing is consistency. If you start out with $1,000 and do $10 consistently every single week and trade when you're in a profit, because remember, it's not a profit until you take it. If you trade when you're in a profit and you can get at least 1% a week, and let's take a look at 10 years. Okay, what is that $1,000 compounded 1% per week plus adding $10 every single week? Okay, so hypothetically speaking, you just put in $6,200. Well, 10 years later, that has increased to $352,000. All right, now you see that number? 352,300. Now, when I move it up to $15 a week, not $10 a week, just 15, an extra $5, watch what happens. Okay? It's going to go from, see it? 352, 440. just that extra $5 a week over a 10-year period is over $100,000. So it's not what can you afford right now, is if you don't, like if you just quit drinking Starbucks and you just put that money into your trading account and got 1% every week for 10 years, that looks pretty freaking good, because look what your investment is, $8,800. That's it. $1,000 to start, $10 a week, or bump it up to $15 a week. The more you put in, the over time, the faster you get to your goal. What is your goal? That's a very important question. I always tell people to work the equation backwards. What does that mean? Well, how much do you need to live comfortably? At this moment in time, you're an adult, you should know right off the top of your head what your monthly bills come to every single month. Is it $3,000 a month? Is it $4,000 a month? Is it $8,000 a month? Is it $12,000 a month? If you take that number, okay, and then you figure out how much do you need in order to reach that number on a consistent basis. So let's take a look at $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month, you're going to need at least $100,000 at 1% a week. At 1% a week, $100,000 is $1,000 a week. 4-week average, that's $100,000. So it gives you $4,000 on a monthly basis. Now, if you need more money than that, well, then it's just a math problem. Once you find out how much you need, then find a trading strategy where you can simply, safely, predictably gain that kind of money. Now, what I do here, what I share with you guys for free, no charge, I'm not trying to sell anyone anything, is a 50% return per year. Okay? 1% a week is 50% per year. So if I could live comfortably off of $1,000 a week, well, then I need to invest $100,000 at 1% a week. So do the math backwards. Find a strategy that works for you, that you can get good at. What are your strongest buys right now? Today is the Drake. I don't buy anything normally on a Friday. Okay, so my strongest buys I will know on Monday, because I don't really look at all the stocks. I look at just those that are coming up for consideration. What do I mean by that? Well, this week here, these are the companies that are paying dividends. DHI, IBM, Visa, Capital One Finance, ExxonMobil, Eli Lilly, 3M, Wynn Resorts, Starbucks, Marathon, International Paper, Honeywell, GLW, Corning, and Consolidated Freight. These are the only companies I'm going to look at. Now, can I pick one or two out of that? I usually only buy one or two companies every single week. I usually sell one or two every week, and then I buy one or two every week. But I'm always rolling them over, always collecting that 1% every single week, because that's my goal. That's what I'm looking for. Ivan's here. Ivan. I'm going to remember that vinegar thing. Oh, that was horrible. HICB. What is CB? Let's get out of here. So hopefully that makes sense. What was I even saying? CB. Here we go. Chubb Corporation. Ooh. Now, you may or may not know this, but CB, the Chubb Corporation, used to be a dividend king. That means they had 50 consecutive years of increased dividends, until one day somebody thought it was a great idea to cut the dividends, and then they got booted off the dividend kings list. It happens. Companies get thrown off the list. This is a monthly optionable stock. This is going to be a no. Chubb brand is, or used to be, on my list, but not anymore. Tim Williams, no on Coney. We did it like 15 minutes ago. The answer was no. I'm TB. All right. XRP, that's going to be a no. They have not been around 20 years. All right, hi, it's CI. CI, that's Cigna. That's going to be a no. What do you think of ABR, high dividend yield? David, how are you tonight? What are we looking at? ABR? ABR. Arbor Realty REIT. Well, let's take a look at how consistent they are with their dividends. What is it again? Uh-oh. ABR. ABR. Now, I don't think I've ever bought this. Okay, let's go all the way back. Arbor Realty. 2004. So we're in 2024. That is 20 years. Okay, well, let's see if they consistently increase. So far, it looks that way. Except in 06, 35, 43, 47, 55, 57, 65, 70, 72, 57. Ooh, they went down in 06. Okay. 58, 60, 62, 20. Oh. All right, I'm going to say no. All right, sorry. I like consistency, predictability, and safety. When I see dividends that jump all around like that, I'm going to say no. The Bear Jew 4 cash covered puts. I like cash covered puts. I don't teach them here. Okay? I give away enough for free here. I only do one. I'm giving away one for free, and that one I'm giving away for free comes to about 50% per year. If that's not good enough for you, I can't help you out. Okay, I'm a nice guy, but I got to draw the line somewhere. Poseidon's last mola. You appear to have escaped the frozen north. You know, it was interesting thing. I'm outside walking in the grass and it's going crunch, crunch, crunch. Frozen grass. It was chilly this morning. And Otis. Ooh, Otis. I don't think Otis has 20 years of increased dividends, do they? Yeah, it's a monthly. That's going to be a no. Sorry. What's your YouTube channel? Esmeralda, how are you today? The YouTube channel will be The 10-Minute Trader. You can find it right up here in the bio, right here. See what says my pretty little picture right there with my name there? Yeah, the10minutetrader.com. Thoughts on yield maxes? No. I should buy Doge at 35. Well, cool beans to you. Why ask why? Walgreens. Ooh, I like me some Walgreens. Uh-oh. Where are we? Oh, IEP. Oh, boy. Wow, I missed all these questions. There we go, right here. Walgreens, WBA. All right, we're going to go for another 10 more minutes. I think midnight, I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. I still have to shower and shave. I haven't shaved and showered for 4 days. I'm still wearing the same clothes for the past 3 days. That's what happens when you do guy stuff up the white cold north. It was actually a camping trip. Kind of like a camping trip. Yeah. All right, that being said, let's keep on going. WBA, Walgreens. Ew, that doesn't look good. A year ago, 2065, we topped out at the end of the year, 2709. Look at where we are now. She dropped down yet again. Whoops. I hate it when it does that. Look where we are now, the last 30 days. So 30 days ago, we opened up at 960. 1 day later is our 30-day high, and that is 1111. She drops, goes sideways, drops again, a new 30-day bottom today. It doesn't make sense. 881. Walgreens, 881. Let's view trades. Okay, so they're both under 9. Those are both going to expire worthless. Yay for me. Anyway, that being said, I would wait until 3 days to the upside before jumping into Walgreens. Walgreens actually hit a 30-day bottom today. So it's actually the low of a very long time frame. I think it's like 7 years has never hit this bottom before. Kelly Services, dude. Kelly Services is probably going to be a no. So let's go. What is that? KEL. KELYA. Yeah, that's a no. Sorry, dude. I'm the moon. SMCI is a double hell no. Americo Carvalho. Okay, yeah, sorry. SMCI, definite no. BRY, never even heard of BRY. Is that Briars? No, Berry. That's a no. Oracle, ooh, I like Oracle. ORCL. 187. Unfortunately, it's not going to be that good now because the high of the year was yesterday. So more than likely, you're going to have pullback for the next couple of weeks until it comes back down to this trading range. More than likely, it's not guaranteed, but nothing's guaranteed except for death and taxes. RTX, Trade Kings, nice to see you back. RTX. Alrighty then. The high was 129. That was a couple of weeks ago. The bottom was a year ago, 77. Okay? Look at the last 30 days. Here we go. 30 days ago, we opened up at 125.97. A week later, here's our top at 128.70. From there, she drops, finds a 30-day bottom, shoots back up, pulls back, and hits another 30-day bottom today. So today is the actual new 30-day bottom. So what does that mean? That means we're going to sit and wait for it to find another bottom. 117.56 currently. Yeah, so RTX, we're going to have to wait until find a bottom on that one. Chris Galier. Was that Chris Kaiser? Chris Kaiser, sorry. My eyes are getting heavy. My sights were dim. It's time to stop for the night. There she stood in the doorway. I heard the mission bell, CHMI. That's a no. Oh, DVA, how are you today? British Petroleum. I love me some British Petroleum. Ooh, look at that. New bottom today. Okay, so look at British Petroleum. Look at it. Down, up, 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 down. Now it's coming back up. It's actually bouncing off the year bottom. It's like the bottom of the year yesterday. That's where you're going to make most of your money, buying at the low and selling at the high. Where are we, right? Wait a minute, right? There we go. Look at the movement, how predictable it is. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Now it's going to the upside. Well, you have one day to the upside. Tomorrow could be two, but I'll be looking at Monday for the third day to the upside. But at 29 even, 29.50s are going for 19. Yeah, not quite 1%. That's going to be a no. Numbers just don't work. Big John, Coney, no. Misty, no. You got 200 grand in. Good for you. Unfortunately, it's Big John, seriously, dude, take a look at the numbers. Coney's not even 2 years old yet. Okay, you're giving your money to a new company that's not proven themselves. Okay, I shouldn't say anything because my company hasn't even started yet, and I'll be offering my shares eventually, and people will be saying the exact same things. Well, it's only 1 year old. Well, yeah, so, sorry, Coney's a no, Misty's a no. I think Misty doesn't have dividends, and Coney is a monthly. I don't like monthlies. Brian Wynn. WYNN. Now, I lost money on Wynn this year. You see this where it jumped up like this? Look at the bottom. Okay? I had it down here, and the thing's just going up, 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 up. Now, it went up, but when the stock went up, I lost money. You know why? Because I sold somebody the rights to buy it for me down here. And as it jumped up like that, the higher it went, the more money I lost. What about AMC? Ben, how are you today? Americo. Dude, this is like the third or fourth one you picked that was a loser. Don't get me wrong. If you like IEP, great. But did you seriously look at the numbers? The dividends. Take a look at the dividends. They start out nicely, and then they drop, and all of a sudden, you're like 1/4 of what you started out with. The numbers are absolutely horrible on IEP. They are new high dividends. I don't like new high anything. Sorry, Big John. Okay, if that's what you're looking for, more power to you, brother. Seriously. I don't tell people what to buy, what not to buy. You ask my opinion. For me, it's a no. And the reason why it's a no, Coney's not old enough. Okay, they're not even 2 years old yet. Misty, no dividends, no thank you. Okay, I only like companies that are consistently profitable. We're talking Coca-Cola, Pepsi, IBM, 3M, Nordstrom's, Kohl's. You may not think so, but Walmart and Walgreens, companies that I know. All right. So that being said, sorry, brother. It's the numbers just don't work for me. Okay, you're new here, and I understand you don't understand what I'm trying to do. My main goal is safety. Okay, safety. I don't want to have to go back to work. I've been working since 1973. I've only been retired, not even 1 year yet. Okay, not even 1 year have I been retired. But it's so awesome being here that I don't have to go to work because I get 1% every week. Okay, if that $200,000 you got, okay, 1% a week is $2,000 a week. That's $8,000 a month, $100,000 a year. I'm talking 1 hour a week. Okay, 10 or 15 minutes in the morning every day. Okay, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, I get 1% on a $200,000 account. That'd be $100,000 a year. 1 hour is $2,000. Is 1 hour of your time worth $2,000? Well, why would you look at Coney or Misty? Coney's only 2 years old. Most companies don't make it past 3 to 5 years, and this one is not even 2 years old yet. All right, so we're looking at Wynn. Our high is way up here at 107. Let's look at the last 30 days, because the last 30 days for me gives me a good idea of where the stock's going to go next. Well, take a look. 30 days ago, we're at 103. Okay, she drops, goes sideways for a bit, makes a big drop, finds the bottom down at 84. Now from 84, we got 1, 2, 3 days to the upside. Okay, so jumping in now at 94.55. I'd be looking at the 94s and they're going for 150. Well, that's 1.5%. 1.5% per week is 75% per year. Why would that be a bad thing? I don't know. All right. Albert Fluker. Albert, B-R-Y. Never heard of it before. B-R-Y. That's a no, dude. Sorry, take a look. Monthly optionable stocks, the numbers just don't work for me. I'm looking for a safe, predictable 1% per week. I cannot get that with a monthly optionable stock. I'll be lucky if I get 1 or 2% per month. Yeah, no, sorry. Okay, Americo, I already said IEP. Seriously, dude, go in and check out the dividends, see what they look like. It has a from the shoulder first before investing. I have no idea what that means. I haven't looked at AMC yet. Ben, I'm sorry. Let's take a look at it right now. AMC. Sorry. That's going to be a no, dude. Seriously? I'm not even going to count that as a high because that's an anomaly. That's not something that everybody has an opportunity to get into. Okay, he's asking, please look at IEP. All right, dude, you ready? Here we go. IEP. We're going straight to the dividends. I want to show you because apparently you don't listen. You don't understand what I'm trying to say. All right, now IEP. 1988. 49 cents. 1989, 49 cents. 1990, 49 cents. 1991, 49 cents. No increases at all in 4 years. You're giving money to a company that's not making money in 4 years. They're making the same amount of money year after year after year. The dividend is part of the profits that they give back to the investors. So if there's no increase in 4 years, that means they're not being profitable. But wait, it gets worse. Hold on. Okay, in 92... okay, they decreased the dividends by 50%. So you were getting 49, now you're getting 24. Explain to me why that's a good thing. But wait, it gets worse. It does. So in 93, they cut the dividend in half again. So you go from 49 to 24 to 12, and you think it's a good place to put your money. Seriously? Okay. So 1994, nothing. 95, nothing. 96, nothing. 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. 12 years, no dividends at all. Okay? So, first 4 years, they pay 49. The next 3 years, they cut it by 50%. And then they cut it by 50% again. And then they cut it by 50% again. Now here, in 2005, they cut it again. Okay? Over 20% decrease again. So 06, 10 cents. Okay, so 05, 10 cents. That's 1 year. 06, 10 cents. 07, 10 cents. That's 3 years, no increase. Goes to 15, then to 24. It stays at 24 from 08, 09, 10. 3 years, it stays the exact same. Jumps up to 49, drops down to 10 again. How the hell can you tell me that's a good investment? Seriously, dude? Do you even look at the numbers? Seriously, ask yourself a question. Am I looking at these numbers, or is somebody trying to sell me this piece of crap? Okay? I told you IEP, in my humble opinion, no. Okay, any company that doesn't increase their dividends consistently, no. I'm giving my money and you're not making a profit? No. And then you cut it by 50%. A couple years later, you cut it by 50% again. A couple years later, you cut it by 50% again. What the hell are you thinking, brother? Seriously, think about where you're putting your money. Seriously, this is your money. You worked hard for this. Well, maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but it's yours. Anyway, IEP, no, double hell no. Sorry. SYM. Okay, David, I looked at Arbor Realty. Okay, Arbor Realty was a no. SYM, Michael Jones. All right, I'm not looking at it anymore. It's past midnight. I'm usually only on until 11:30. But let me finish up these questions. I got 59 of them to go. Misty's a no. Sorry, Big John. Seriously, Big John, take a look at the numbers on Misty. Seriously. How consistent are they with their profits? Are they consistently profitable? Do they have 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years of increased profits? There's 9,732, 34 companies. That's a lot. Why are you so dead set on Misty and that other one? Seriously, take a look. Don't take my word for it. Don't listen to a damn word I say. What the hell do I know? I know how to read charts. I know how to read numbers. And I know if a company decreases their dividends, well, the profits are decreasing. Because if a dividend is a portion of the profits and that goes down, that means they're not profitable. Why invest in a company that's not profitable? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Okay, Evert Fluker, don't have time to take a look at this. America, we already looked at IEP. It was a double hell no. 8, I have no idea what that means. Why did Disney fizzle out and didn't stay on the higher end at the end of the day? Plywood, I have no idea. IEP yield 15%. Hey, more power to you, brother. I get 50% per year. You're getting 15. Hey, is an ass for every saddle. Okay? If you like IEP, great. Awesome. I hope you do good with it. Seriously, I do. But I have a certain requirement. Okay? 20 years of increased dividends. IEP doesn't fit. Weekly options. Okay? Those two criteria alone eliminate 98% of every single stock out there. IEP is one of them. I only like companies that are consistently profitable. I'm not going to put my money into a company and hope that it gets better. My money is no different than John's money or Peter's money or Teresa's money. No, it's all green. It all spends the same. And if they're not spending it right and they're not making a profit, it's a hell no. Sorry. Should I get Starbucks? Sorry, we haven't had a chance to take a look at it. I'm not going to look at anything else because it was past midnight. I'm tired as hell. I really like to go to bed. Have you done Kohl's? We already did Walgreens. Haven't done Kohl's tonight. What do I think of Honeywell? Ooh, interesting. Hi, Mikey T, how are you? All right, Mike SYM, new here. Could you check? Okay, Mike Jones, sorry, brother. I've been up late, and it's, past my bedtime. I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. Doesn't the stock have to drop for that strategy to work? No, Chris, not at all. Okay. Chris, you're relatively new here because I'm really good with names. I would remember that. Chris Mark, 198. I remember that. I'm looking to buy a company that is consistently profitable and consistently increases their dividends, okay, for at least 2 decades. Worst case scenario, if the stock goes down, then I have a company that is consistently profitable in any way, they still continue to increase their dividends. Now, if you look at it that way, there are companies that are over 100 years old. What did these companies see? They've seen World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, Kuwait, all that weird stuff going off in those wars. We've also seen the Great Depression. We've seen the stock market crash in 29. We've seen the crash in 87. We've seen the crash in 2000. We've seen the crash in 08 and 2021. What was that, 9 or 10 crashes we've seen? These companies, 100-year-old companies, have seen all this crap, and they're still increasing their dividends? Why not? Okay, Bitto, sorry, hasn't been around long enough. Please explain Boeing. We're going to have to do that one tomorrow, okay? Americo, you asked me IEP 3 times. I said no 3 times. Ask me a couple more times. Maybe I'll change my mind. CHMI, sorry, not old enough. Hasn't been around. What do I suggest? Mike, you're new here. What I suggest is keep coming back until you understand it, until you can grasp it. If it doesn't make sense now, well, keep watching and it will slowly make sense to you. We're only buying good quality companies, ones that are consistently profitable, ones that fit a certain criteria. Simple, safe, predictable, consistent. I want a simple, safe, predictable, and consistent 1% per week. Either it fits or it doesn't fit. It's either going to be a yes or a no. I don't cherry pick stocks. I look at everything that actually fits the parameters. And out of the 9,734 stocks, there's only about 300. Only about 300, in my opinion, that are worth investing my money into. You guys got to figure out what's best for you. I'm just showing you what I do. I'm not making any suggestions whatsoever. You give me a stock, I take a look at it. I give you my opinion. AMC, it started here, dropped to here, that big spike, now it's here. Does it look like it's worth it? At this moment in time, the 450s are going for 30 cents, taking off 10 off there. Yeah, the numbers look good. But have they consistently increased their dividends? I really don't know. I don't think I've ever bought AMC. Hey, quick question. Are you using Thinkorswim? Chuck, yes I am. I love Thinkorswim. No nickname. Did you fill the buy order just before the close of the day on the second update? You'd have to be more specific. I have 6 different accounts. It's hard for me to keep track of all of them. I sit down and I look at the numbers. Do they work? Do they not work? Okay. Am I catching this at the beginning or am I late? Costa like Costa Rica. You're late, dude. I'm just getting ready to sign off. Sorry. No to IEP. Andre, I couldn't agree with you more. And it's a monthly. Well, I didn't want to tell him that one. But it gets worse. It's only a monthly. That right there should have been the first no. But he didn't want to hear that. He wanted to hear a good answer. I gave him the best answer I had. Joke bike. We'll have to take a look at XRP. But that's going to be a no. That has to do with cryptocurrency, and that's a no. Andrea, we already looked at MU today. SCHD, dude, you're new here. That's a turd and a half. How can you tell a dividend stock is a good value? Oh boy, Funnel Cake Hero. Wow. First and foremost, Funnel Cake. You got to realize where you're going. Why are you here in the first place? And don't just say to make money. We're all here to make money. Let's give me a realistic name, a realistic idea. Are you looking to add to your portfolio for when you retire? Or are you retired and you need cash flow? Or are you young and you want to put some money into something and just let it sit there for decades? Okay, by asking me a question like that, I don't really know. I don't know how to answer it because I don't know anything about you. But I like dividend stocks, and that's the only thing I buy because worst case scenario, if and when the stock market goes down, I can be reassured that these companies that have paid out a dividend, even through the worst that our economy had to offer, still increase their dividends, even through tough times. If they're still continuously profitable, then it's a yes. Guidance, how you doing? Andrew, what are your thoughts SMCI getting delisted? Don't know, don't care. It's not on my list. It's simple as that. There's 9,734 stocks available. It's either on my list or it's not. And there's only about 300 on my list. That is not, because it just doesn't fit. Okay, you can go into a store and see hundreds upon hundreds of outfits, but you're not going to get all of them because they're not all going to fit. Dave, a lot can happen over the weekend as well. You're absolutely correct. Do you have a list posted anywhere? Andrew Ziegler, yes, I do. If you go to dividend, wait a minute, The 10-Minute Trader, it's right there in front of me. The 10-Minute Trader, okay? I share 3 accounts. You like that? 3 accounts with you guys. Okay, account 1, account 2, account 3. Account 1 and 2 started at the beginning of the year. Account 3 started in July. So that's only half the year. All right? Now, if you slide all the way down, these are all the trades that I made throughout the year. Just click on one and it'll tell you the stocks. Macy's, Riot, Marathon, MPW. Yeah, that's it on that week. Okay, this week right here, Kohl's, Wynn, MPW, Walgreens, Kohl's again, Able Mall, MPW, Walgreens, MPW. This one over here, Halliburton, Mara, Walgreens, Riot, CVS, Halliburton, Mara, Riot. If you keep going through all of these trades, because each one is a week. Okay, this is week 27, the first week of the third quarter. Week 28, second week of the third quarter. Week 29, third week of the third quarter, so on and so forth. There's 13 weeks in every quarter. There's 4 quarters in the year. We are currently in week, I think it's 47 of the fourth quarter of the year. I don't know what of the quarter. But anyway, yeah, each one of my trades are listed. Each one of my stocks are listed. $82 questions. Holy shit. Nintendo, no. Do you input that in calendar data? Yes, I do. How many days in advance do you have to own the stock in order to qualify for the dividend? When? 1 day. Hakuna Matata is here. What's happening over in Sweden today? Misty's a no. MU, Andre, we already looked at it. Okay, you asked me 2 or 3 times, honey. Tesla's a no. Thoughts on Johnson & Johnson? The premiums on Johnson & Johnson are only about 0.5%. If you're okay with 26% per year, Johnson & Johnson's your guy. Question, what happens when you sell weekly calls and the stock goes down? Well, you still get paid for it. Okay? Then you just have to change your approach for the following week. What about Boeing? What about it? It's past my bedtime. Okay, so I'm just going to run down the questions and try to answer them the best I possibly can. Tesla will go higher next month. Probably. That's what Tesla does. Home Depot versus Lowe's. Well, I like both of them, and it all depends on the numbers. Because sometimes Lowe's is a great buy, sometimes it's not. Same thing with Home Depot. Sometimes it's a great buy, sometimes it's not. It just so happens that this quarter, we're in the fourth quarter now, Home Depot was a good buy. So we got Home Depot this quarter, and I think the first quarter we got Lowe's. Should I invest now? Ram, I know nothing at all about you. I cannot give you advice on something I know absolutely nothing about. Pola, TSM. Was that Taiwan Semiconductors? TSM? Yeah. Okay, I like Taiwan Semiconductors, but I'm not going to go through the whole thing right now. It's late at night. I want to just run through these questions and I want to go to bed. VYM, never heard of them. What about Tesla? Will it rise again? Of course it will. Do you help beginners? Of course I do. Just come back here every night, keep asking questions. Just buying scratch off from FL Lottery. Cool beans. There you go. JP Morgan. Cool jellyfish. Not tonight. I'm going to look at it. What about Tesla? Like the 5th time tonight I said no to Tesla. I don't think. It's just no.
Thoughts on memes coins? No, I don't do coins at all. BTCT, never heard of them. OKE, interesting, but no. What looked good this week? That's past tense, Sam. I'm getting ready to leave, Sam, so I really don't have time for that. SoFi, hell no. Tesla, hell no. Pepe, hell no. I'm sold all my other stocks, went into REITs with month. I have no idea what that means, John, but there's only like 1 or 2 REITs I actually like. What's your top 5? That would be Macy's, Kohl's, Nordstrom's, Ford, and what's the other one? Kohl's. Thank you for the info. You're welcome. Do you have any other rules for this plan? Oh, I'm the moon. You ready for this? Now, for those of you who don't know, this trading strategy was created for my 9-year-old daughter when she crawled up on my lap when she was 9 back in 2008. She said, Daddy, can you teach me what you're doing? I said, okay, here's the challenge. She's 9 years old. She's in elementary school, junior high school. Okay, she's not a Mensa student. She's not an honor roll math student. This had to be simple. It had to be safe. I didn't want her to cry if she lost. If she cried, I would feel bad. Mama would get involved. I'd be sleeping on the couch, which is not a bad thing all the time. Anyway, simple, safe, predictable, consistent, and no way for her to lose. That's the 5 criteria I had to come up with. So I came up with the 5 rules. Simple. Number 1, never buy something you don't understand. If you don't understand it, if you don't know what they're doing, if you don't know everything about it, don't buy it. Okay? If the numbers don't work, don't buy it. Number 2, never sell at a loss. It defeats the purpose of the whole game. Number 3, make sure the company is consistently profitable. Me personally, I like 20 years, 2 decades of increased profits. That means increased dividends, same thing. Number 4, weekly options are a must. Okay? No weekly options, no thank you. No dividends, no thank you. No 20 years of increased profits, no thank you. And number 5, make sure the numbers work. What do I mean by that? Well, what am I buying it for? $189.20, that's the current price if I wanted to buy it. What's the closest strike price? $190. Okay, the closest. That's really not that difficult. If the current price is $189.20, what's the closest strike price? Well, here's the strike prices right here. The closest one would be $190. What am I selling that for? Well, I'm selling that for $3.90 a share. That is more than 1.5%. 1.5% per week, every single week, comes to 75% or more per year. I can live comfortably off of that. I can. It's different for everyone. Thank you for the information. You're welcome. Costco, we'll take a look at it tomorrow. Jelly beans, just following you. Do you help beginners? Yes, I do. Tell me what's best for me. I don't know anything about you, so I can't give you that answer. If you really want to talk to me, I tell this to everyone. If you really want to talk to me, drop me your number. I will give you a call tomorrow or the next day. Okay? I only have one person on the list who sent their number yesterday. I didn't get a chance to talk to him today because I was traveling, but tomorrow I'm going to give her a call. I'm basically asking if you buy at the end of the day or the first thing in the morning. Okay, I buy at the morning opening bell. Okay, at the market open, at the opening bell. And I sell the options at the morning opening bell. Okay, I really don't care what it opens for, what it closes for, because the options and the stocks are tied together when you're doing a covered call. Where can we access your list? Dab, I just showed you. Come up to the, what do you call it? The top left. And then you click on that, in my bio, it said The 10-Minute Trader, they'll tell you. Do you buy and roll over your investments or day trade? No, I am a weekly trader. So I buy on Mondays, okay? And then I balance it out on Fridays. And then I roll it over into the next week if I need to. Palantir is a no. No dividends, no thank you. What about Walgreens? Walgreens is a yes. Don't you get ate up on fees? Nope. Okay, so out of curiosity, let's take a look at okay. All right, you see this number down here? Down here in the corner?
Equity, commission, and fees, $4,500. That's what my fees are for the year, $4,500. What's my profit for the year? $63,000. Okay, $63,000 my profit for the year in this account. The fees, $4,500. So yeah, I pay fees, but I make a whole shitload. Okay. Are you just doing covered calls, Jay Bourbon? Yes, I am. Thank you. Get some rest. I'm about to. 59 grand? No, actually it says 63. See right here? Profit and loss year to date, 63,000. Okay. All right. All that being said, you guys, I'm going to call it a night. I will see you again here tomorrow night. Now, for those of you in my morning trading group, I'll see you at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Friday, because we take a look at our positions to make sure that all our positions are going to be safe and we can make money off them again next week. Wait! That's the whole process, doing them weekly. No. That is, doing weekly. Thank you for the info. First time I've ever been here. Cool beans, Jay. Interested. Well, Jay, come back again. Do you have a Discord? Yes, I do, but it's only for the paid members. Sorry, it's not open to the public. It's only for the paid members. All right, you guys have a great time. Hakuna Matata, it's nice to see you. Did you also taught your daughter option spreads? No. My daughter only did dividend capturing 2.0. That's where she would attack the dividend and try and go for that way. Okay, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay, done here. There we go, and done here. Catch you guys later. All right, done. And now, the time is come for you to face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. I'll state my case, for which I'm certain I've lived a life that's full